Did it go as planned? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Tiece TV. Well, first of all, I should say welcome to all of my new subscribers. And also, if this is your first time watching any of my videos, welcome. And also, welcome back to my OGs. You know, I'm so grateful to have y'all because y'all been holding it down. Y'all are still supporting your girl, even though I went ghost for a while. But I love y'all. I just love y'all. So thank you guys again. So you already know what this video is about. I'm going to be answering some questions about the wedding, the honeymoon, whatever. I don't know. I went ahead and asked my followers on Instagram, just drop some questions that they had, whether they were just curious or some people I think are in the middle of planning a wedding. So I feel like this will be very useful. A lot has been going on, y'all. A lot has been going on. I'm finally adjusting and just like settling down and kind of like finding my grip and finding my balance with, wifey life, just being consistent on the channel. Oh, what's up, baby?
I was gonna interrupt you.
Oh,
Sorry.
that was distracting. It's okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to say hi?
Oh, I'm not dressed.
Come on.
No, my
Come.
hair.
Come.
I don't even have a hat on.
Come on, baby.
I'm not coming in my
Just
camera.
say hi.
No, I'm really not. I don't look good. You look great.
Well, at least say hi behind the camera.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Don't put me on that video.
Okay, go
Eat
ahead.
that salad before it gets soggy.
All right, I'm trying. Speaking of salad, I'm gonna put you on the camera. I forgot what I was saying, but basically, I'm still just trying to adjust. I think that's what I was talking about. I'm still just trying to adjust to wifey life and just being consistent on the YouTube channel and everything like that. So I finally kind of found my way, I should say. And so like I said, I wanted to go ahead and do this questionnaire. I feel like it will definitely help a lot of people. Or also y'all just might be curious about my life, period. So whatever it is, I have not, by the way, I'm just like all over the place, but I have not been able to eat today because I've been shooting a lot of videos today. Of course, trying to be consistent on here. Which, by the way, I am about to drop a hair tutorial on like my wash day routine. I don't know if you guys are curious, but like everything has been kind of new with this new shortcut. So my wash day routine is a little bit different than, of course, what it normally would be. So I'm dropping that soon, and also the slick down hairstyle that I have right now. I'm rocking it with a headband right now because I don't know. I just felt like trying something different today. But I'm also dropping that as well as other things too. But so I have not been eating today. Well, I have not been able to eat today. So I made myself a salad. So I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm gonna have to eat in front of y'all. I hope y'all don't mind. But let me show y'all my salad. It looks so good. I hope I don't drop it. Can y'all see that? Hold on. Y'all gotta get a good look. Look at that. So, yeah, I'm sorry. My mouth drooling. Hopefully my rabbits don't knock on the door while I'm doing this. Lord, bless this food. Thank you for allowing me to have this meal. And thank you for my subscribers. And I just ask that you will bless them. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so I'm going to eat while I answer some of these questions. Without further ado, Jesus. Well, first of all, if you have not already done so, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. And also like this video. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and hit that notification bell button. I always forget to say that. But hit that bell button because I am going to be posting quite often. So you want to be up to date. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me see. What's my first question? Okay, so my first question is, where did I go for the honeymoon? So, actually, I just posted a video of my honeymoon, and we basically went, hold on, let me get a bite, because I'm hungry. Like, I'm so hungry. This salad basically just have iceberg lettuce. Oh my God, I'm literally drooling at the mouth. Iceberg lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, and cucumbers, and just the Olive Garden dressing. I'm so sorry, y'all. I love me some salad. Okay. Okay, so where did I go for my honeymoon? So we went on a 9-day cruise, and it went like to 4 different locations. So I went to like Aruba, I think was our first visit, Cancun, Caraco. I think I said Cancun somewhere, but Caraco. And those 2 are like private islands. And then we went to La Romana and Amber Cove, which are both in the DR. And beautiful places. We loved it. I mean, if we weren't at those locations, we were just at sea and we just basically enjoyed the boat. But yeah, it was really dope. So if you haven't already checked out the honeymoon vlog, go ahead and check that out. I'll make sure I link it down below and also have a little tag up here as well. But it was so much fun. Like 9 days is a really long time. I think by the 7th day we were like, okay, we get it. Okay, we're on a cruise. But like the food was mwah. It was food all day, every day. It was just entertainment. The entertainment was kind of trash. I ain't even gonna lie. Carl probably said the same thing, but the entertainment was like so. I think there was like maybe like 1 or 2 comedians that was great. I don't know if it's because they just started the cruise lines back again, so you know the entertainment was. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we went on a cruise, and I'll do it again. On to the next. Okay, please share your experience from beginning to end and share any tips you have. Okay, my experience from beginning to end. All right, we're gonna go for the. I should let that last. Okay, okay, so in the beginning, like, why is that like, that sound like Genesis? Hold on, let me get this bite because I feel like it's gonna be a long talk. In the very beginning, like, I started looking at like venues and just figuring out the budget, and also figuring out like who will be like my bridesmaids or just the bridal party in general. That part wasn't that stressful. Like figuring out like where I want to do the wedding, I think was the hardest part for me, I want to say. Mainly because a lot of venues like charge dumb, stupid pricing. As soon as you say wedding, the prices go up. So I originally wanted to do like an outdoor wedding. And then after visiting a few venues, I just wasn't sure. You know what, Florida weather, like it can be sunny one day and then it can be raining the next, or it can be sunny 1 hour and then the next hour it's like pour down raining. So I didn't want to kind of deal with that, and then or just it being like super hot, because our wedding was originally supposed to be in April, which was springtime, and then we moved it to July, so that was like middle of summer, which means it was gonna be like mad hot. So I was gonna be sweating. It was just gonna be too much. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do it indoors. And if I had any tips as far as like, well, let me see, any other experiences. I also noticed, like, just within my experience, like a lot of the venues were really beautiful. I think pretty much all of them. The only thing I didn't like was that most of the venues I was looking at, mostly like in Winter Park area, they like require you to have their catering. And so I didn't really like that, because like I had some people in mind that I wanted to cater. And then also like the catering prices are ridiculous, like ridiculous. So if you have like a certain budget in mind, and you like are trying to stay like, trying to be budget friendly with your wedding, this is one tip, I definitely would recommend not going with a venue that requires you to use either their catering company or a catering company that they give you like the options they give you, because there was a venue that I wanted to check out. I think it was called the Garden Villa. If I don't remember, I'll make sure I put it in this video right here, or you know what it's called. But it was so beautiful. Like I had the entire wedding in my mind mapped out, like how I was gonna arrive, what the aisle was gonna look, the decorations. Like I just had everything mapped out. And then when we got to the reception part of the tour, and you know they quoted me like, I can't remember what the price was for the food. I think it was maybe like an additional $5,000, maybe even $6,000 for just the food. I was like, yeah, no, this is not it for me. And you had to you had to get them, or I think maybe it was like, maybe you had to choose other people. I honestly don't remember. So by the way, if you're in the Orlando area, you're considering going to any of these venues for your wedding, I would definitely check them out for yourself, because it has been over a year that I've like done this research. So I could definitely like forget a few details, or it may be a little bit different now. So I don't know. But at least for my experience, it was just crazy with the pricing. So I would definitely say, if you're trying to be budget friendly, look for venues that are very flexible when it comes to the catering aspect, because or the catering part, because that part can get really expensive. Also, when you're looking for venues, I just searched on Google, and I also asked a couple like family members and friends if they, ever did like some parties. I actually had a friend who shoot a lot of weddings, so I did ask them like, where did they kind of look at, where did they go, was it beautiful and stuff like that, and they gave me a lot of information as far as like pricing, some really good locations, stuff like that. So that really helped me out. I did not choose any of the ones that they showed me or just told me about, but it really was good for me to be able to kind of like get an idea of like where I want to start, which what tours I would like to take and stuff like that. So if you know anyone who is in like the wedding business, so whether that be like photography, videography, even wedding planners, if you know any people like that, I would definitely ask them and see like if they know any good places that you can like check into. That really helped me with time as well. What else? I've been to a couple of indoor venues as well. Honestly, I don't remember the number of places I've actually like toured in person. There's less than 10 for sure. I got really great feedback when it came to like Crystal Ballroom. Like I've been to one myself, and I think like the Altamont location here in Orlando, and then I had a really great time at the wedding. It looked beautiful, things like that, whatever. And so I was like, you know what? I thought for a minute, like when I went to do the indoor ceremony type of wedding, I was like, you know what? I think I want to go to a Crystal Ballroom because of the experience I had years ago. And so I decided to, book my appointment. And when I got there, like, it just didn't feel right. Like the vibes just wasn't there. Like the connection I had with the lady, it just felt like a sales pitch. It felt like I was just another number, and not like trying to get like a personal, intimate kind of relationship, or creating that relationship in the beginning. It just felt like money. Like I just felt like I was just a bag to them. And so I didn't like that feeling, because I don't want nobody to treat me like that, because I know I wanted like an intimate, wedding. So I was kind of looking for that within the venue as well. And luckily when I went to Imperial Design, after finding them on the Knot, right away I just felt like, because they're like a family owned business, so right away I just felt like I was at home. I felt like, I wasn't just another client to them. I felt like I was, I don't know. I felt like I was a friend, or, I don't know. It's just, they built really good rapport at the very first time I met them. So, and it just kind of stuck with me. And I'm glad I went with them, because I had the best wedding ever. Another tip I would give when it comes to finding venues is I would look on the Knot. That's where I booked my wedding website. So I'll look on the Knot. I will also look on, I think Wedding Wire is also another good website. I didn't personally go on Wedding Wire, but I would just check out websites like those, because a lot of brides will go on there and like write reviews for like venues, makeup artists, just any type of vendors. A lot of the vendor reviews will be on those websites. They're also on Google as well, but I feel like those websites, it's really catered towards, of course, us, the brides. Definitely check those out. Okay, let me keep going because I feel like I have to get to some more questions. Another experience I had is people. Honestly, people. I think between people and just overall wedding planning, people really stress me out. Like, really stress me out. And so I will honestly take people out of the equation. Period. No, I'm just kidding. I think for me, you know, I just like things to be intimate. I'm very personal. I'm very what's the word? I was very intentional when it came to like even inviting guests who was in my bridal party and things like that. So, you know, a lot of things happened between starting the planning the wedding and then the actual wedding night. And, you know, people were kind of like all over the place, whether it was putting their input, whether it was dropping out, whether it was just a lot of stuff going on. So just not being so, I guess the tip would be just not being so caught up with, just know that, like, weddings bring out the best and the worst in people. Like, I've definitely seen like just people become their absolute best when it came to either catering to me and my needs or my husband's needs, just helping with the wedding, or like I said, vice versa. They just totally I'm trying not to speak too much on it because it's really personal. But yeah, it really brings out the best and worst in people. So I would say, like, just really pay attention to stuff like that. And also, like, don't give too much energy to other people. Like, remember why you're doing this. Like, it's not for other people. Like, the wedding is not for your guests. It's not for your bridal party. It's not for anyone else besides you, your husband, or your spouse, and God. Like, that's it. So that's something that I had to realize myself when it came to like just running into issues and situations with people and stuff like that. Like, I had to remind myself, like, hey, it's not about them. It's about you and what you want. And not saying just me, myself, but of course my husband and I, like, what was what was important to us? What was something that we wanted to have for our wedding? What did that look like? So, yeah. I feel like that was a lot. Ugh, I need to eat. Okay, any other experiences I've had? Honestly, those are the main ones that stick out. If I think of any more and you guys want to kind of get like another story time, I guess you would say, a story time of things that happened during the wedding and stuff like that. Maybe some more tips, because I feel like that is that question deserves its own video, honestly. So if you guys want more, just drop a comment down below, like hashtag storytime or something like that, just so I know that you guys want to see or hear more about just my experience and stuff like that, because I feel like that really needs its own video, because I can go on and on about so much stuff. But hopefully I answered your question. All right, let me move on. How far after the engagement was your wedding? So originally, before we even like changed the date, it was It was 9 months. So we honestly wanted to get married like very, very fast. Really because we were, living in an apartment together. But it was 9 months. But I'm really glad that I changed the date. I honestly made the date a little bit longer because I just needed more time to just plan. Like years ago, I would think that when people say, "Oh, I've been engaged for a year," like I used to think, "Yo, that is a long time." Like I used to think that if it was a year long, or sometimes even a little bit longer than that, like y'all just didn't want to get married. Like that's just how I felt. And now actually being in it, like I needed that year. I needed that full year because if I did anything shorter, it would have taken me out completely. Honestly, like yeah, I'm gonna just leave it right there. It would have taken me out. So, yeah, it's been literally an exact year. So he proposed to me July 31st of 2020, and we got married, or we had the wedding ceremony July 31st, 2021. So made it a full year, and I love that. I love that we did that. It just meant even more to have our wedding ceremony on the 31st of July because, you know, why not? We got engaged that same day. You know, it just bring a lot of memories. But yeah. Did it go as planned? I wanted to say no, but I also want to say yes. So overall, the wedding did go as planned as far as like what Carl and I wanted. And you know, as far as, you know, just like enjoying it with our family and friends, the sacred moment of the ceremony where we, you know, exchange vows and I said vows and prayer and things like that, and just how lit we was for the reception. Like it was just amazing. It was beautiful. Now technically it did not go as planned. And I think that's just for anybody. I think all weddings or any events, honestly, really don't go as planned. Things just come up, you know, and it's okay to have spontaneity when it comes to the day of the wedding. But yeah, some things, like there were like a few decorations or like lighting and things like that wasn't like what I planned for. But honestly, it didn't matter to me at the end of the day. You know, like I said, people dropped out. I didn't plan for that. Yeah, it was, I think the things that didn't go as planned, it honestly didn't make a huge difference when it came to like the moments that Carl and I shared on the day of the wedding. I was freaking out, of course, at some points throughout, like up until the wedding, because like, of course, like I'm just a stickler for like being organized and things just going the way I want it to go, and like I'm just that person. It really like throw me for a loop when, you know, things were just kind of like, things were all over the place, but it just didn't go as I hoped or as I envisioned it for, you know, for the whole process. Or even like the bachelorette weekend, like I wanted it to be just for one day. They decided to do a whole weekend, and so, you know, even though it wasn't as planned, like I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I'm sure my girls enjoyed themselves too. So yeah, so for any of my brides out there who is watching this video, just know that things are not gonna go as planned, but it all happens for a reason. Like everything that happened that was just, you know, kind of it happened for a reason, and the Lord really helped me, and the Lord really like gave me peace and just kept me through that entire process. And yeah, so I hope that answered the question. I'll do like 2 more because I don't want this video to be like mad long. Did you have wedding favors? If you didn't, why not? I did have wedding favors. I actually had like rose soap petals. They were so cute. I just found them on Amazon. I had like got like some clear boxes and just like put a little bow on it and put thank you on there. And then I also had some clear boxes filled with like what are they called? Kisses, chocolate kisses, like with the gold wrapper, because it was like kind of like the theme of our wedding. If I would have known in the very beginning this really good tip I'm about to give you, I would have definitely saved money and time. don't buy wedding favors. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because first of all, you're gonna be left with a bunch of them. And then second of all, it's honestly just a waste of money. I mean, if you want to say thank you, you know, say your thank yous at the wedding. You can always give your thank you cards after the wedding. And yeah, party favors, honestly, it can be. I don't know how successful it is for other brides, but it can be a waste of money. It didn't cost me a lot to do that, but it definitely took a lot of time to do because it was a DIY for me. But yeah, and at the like it was a little too late for me to like take them back at because I purchased everything like months in advance. When I say months, I mean like beginning of the year type stuff. So it was already too late for me to take stuff back. But yeah, don't do wedding favors. Yeah, not doing that ever again. You guys didn't ask for it, but another tip I can give you is if you plan on doing like any purchases for decor, DIY, petals, well I guess that's decor, just anything for the wedding, like if you like besides your wedding dress of course, and like your shoes and your jewelry, like that stuff you can get like well before the wedding, but like any decor and stuff like that, I would definitely purchase that like maybe a month before the wedding, because you know you want to kind of give yourself time to like try stuff out, take stuff back, exchange it out, things like that. Even if you changed your mind, I know I changed my mind a dozen times when it came to decor, because it's my business. But I changed my mind a lot of times. So if I would have waited like maybe the month before, even a month and a half, if they do 60-day turnarounds, 60-day returns. But yeah, I could have saved myself a ton of money if I would have waited like just a little bit longer. And I guess I was trying to be proactive, and I didn't want to like wait last minute to do anything, because I wanted to have proper planning and I wanted to be organized, and just I didn't want to like be stressed out because I'm waiting last minute to do stuff. But at least for purchasing stuff like that, I definitely like should have waited like at least a month before. But yeah, let me take another bite, y'all. I have not eaten most of my salad. Y'all, I love salad. It's my favorite food. Any suggestions on where to shop for wedding dresses and bridesmaid dresses? Yes, good question. So I purchased, of course, my dress from David's Bridal. Love David's Bridal. They have plenty of dresses for, you know, your budget-friendly brides and then your go out with a bang brides. So my wedding dress was like, I want to say like maybe $900, which is really good for a wedding dress. Now my budget for it was $500 because I honestly didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money just to wear a dress for one day, but I ended up doing it anyway. You can look on at David's Bridal. You can of course look at their website, or also just go in the store. I would totally go in the store. I know they have like a lot of like sales go on throughout the year. I think around the time I went, they actually had a sale going on, so I actually got my dress on sale, which is another reason why I purchased it on that day. Well, the first day I tried it on. Plus I just didn't feel like looking around for more wedding dresses. Like I fell in love with it the first time, so I was like, all right, I'm done searching. But David's Bridal was really good. Other wedding dress websites, honestly, if I had the opportunities to do this all over again, like for a vow renewal or something like that, I would totally check Windsor for sure. There's another website called Azazi, I think. And there was one more store that I can't think of right now, but I'll put it right here below. I looked on these websites, especially Windsor. Like Windsor, if you're, like I said, these are my budget-friendly brides because I'm all about saving some coins, okay? I love the big shebang and stuff like that. But what was most important to me was just me and Carl getting married and me saving those coins while doing it, okay? Windsor had some beautiful wedding dresses, and they were like $100. I know Shein has some wedding dresses too. Now, don't know if I would purchase my wedding dress off Shein because I know sometimes like just like the fit, the quality and stuff like that could not be like where it's at. But I could be wrong. I looked on there a couple times, not even a couple times. I looked in there once at some wedding dress, and this was like well after I purchased my wedding dress. I was looking on there for, I think I was just looking and browsing for like some stuff I could wear on the day of the wedding, and like the wedding dresses popped up on Shein. But they have some wedding dresses too, so I mean, you can check them out. They are reasonable for pricing and stuff like that. But I loved Windsor. Like, their dresses was beautiful. Azazi is a really good website to go on as well, because not only do they have wedding dresses, but they have bridesmaids dresses too. Well, actually all these websites that I just mentioned have dresses for your brides, for the bride and for bridesmaids. Azazi, they have if I'm not mistaken, you can, if you have like a specific color, they have like tons of dresses for just like for a specific color, if that makes sense. Like if your color is a certain type of brown, let me say, I'll just say tan. I don't know why. But if you want your bridesmaids to be in tan, you can literally click on like tan, and then there's a bunch of dresses they can choose from, whether it be midi dresses to long dresses. And so my sister-in-law, she gave me a great idea to let my bridesmaids like just go on there, put in the color, and they can just pick out whatever dress they like, which was a really good idea. But their dresses are on the expensive side. Well, not expensive side, but it's a little bit more pricier than what I originally wanted my bridesmaids to purchase, because they purchase their own dresses. So I wanted to kind of be, you know, budget friendly for them as well. I actually had my bridesmaids purchase their dress off of White Fox Boutique. So this is like I want to say it was a UK online store or something like that. I can't remember. Like I said, it's been over a year, y'all. There was a few difficulties because some people like had their money ready to go. Some people, you know, needed a little bit more time to purchase their dress. I think their dress was like maybe 60, 70 bucks, maybe 80. That's kind of stretching it. But the only difficulty with that was, you know, sizing was kind of an issue. And then, like I said, just some people were ready to buy dresses and some people weren't. And so that was my only concern with purchasing dresses online, because, well, at least for the bridesmaids, because, you know, one day it can be, you know, your size will be there and the next minute it can be sold out. If I can give you a tip on just like purchasing your bridesmaids dresses, I would definitely purchase them in store. I mean, depending on your budget, of course, if you want to stay budget friendly, purchasing online is probably be better, because in-store bridesmaids dresses, well, Windsor might have some really good ones, but in-store bridesmaid dresses are going to be kind of on the expensive side, like $100 and up. And that's not expensive, but like I said, if you're trying to be budget friendly, it's going to be a little bit more pricier. So, so I would definitely recommend purchasing it in-store if you want all your bridesmaids to kind of get it, because they can basically order their size in if they don't have the size in store. But I think that's it. I think those are the only websites I've looked into for dresses. I've seen other websites when I, you know, just look through Google, because honestly I typed in like the certain color I wanted them to wear, which was, what was it? Was it like a copper or rust? That's what it was. I was looking for a rust type of, oh, sorry, I thought my battery was about to die. But I was looking for a rust dress for all of them. And so rust is very hard to find, so I had to type it in Google. And I looked at Pretty Little Things. They had some dresses. Didn't really like the way they came out. But they originally purchased it from Pretty Little Things when I first had my colors as burgundy. Yeah, I didn't trust too many websites because, you know, like I said, this is like one dress to fit different people, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that answered your question, and I hope I answered all of you guys' questions. If, like I said, if you guys have any more questions regarding the wedding or the honeymoon, nobody asked me nothing about the honeymoon. Well, no, somebody did. Where we go, but nobody ain't asked me like, how was it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry. Bring it back. But if you guys have any more questions, just leave them down in the comment section below. Maybe I'll do another video if there's, you know, multiple questions. And if not, I'll just answer you in the comment section, because I like talking to y'all. I love talking to y'all in the comments. I'm just really glad that like this is probably the last video I have when it comes to the wedding. I'm glad to finally just be like, I'm out of wedding season. I love reliving the moments of the wedding and stuff like that, but now I'm like ready to ease myself back into reality and back into life and back into, you know, my married life. The fall is here. You know, I have so many videos I want to do on fall. So I'm actually glad to finally be like, my brain can finally turn off the wedding, okay? But thank you guys so much for submitting your questions to Instagram. I hope you guys like when I do some of those like questions and stuff like that. I do plan on doing those, you know, more just throughout the year. But let me know if you guys like these type of videos too. I don't even know what type of videos like you guys like. I feel like that's something I should ask you guys as well, because now that I am posting more consistently, I would like to hear from you guys and knowing like what type of content you guys would like to see on YouTube and also just on my Instagram as well. I mostly post on just those two platforms, but I do, of course, eventually plan on branching out, you know, in the future. But right now, I just want to be consistent in what I have. Amen. But thank you guys again. I feel like I'm just going on a rant right now. But thank you guys. I love you guys so much. And I'm going to just go ahead and end it out. Till next time. Bye.